Tutorial is, and in this video I'm going to show you ReactJs forms. So in the first part you will see how to create ReactJs forms, and later you will learn also how to do validations in ReactJs forms. So let's start with practical example. So let's start cmd command prompt here. Cd npx create react app forms. So we are first installing ReactJs application, then we will work on creating the forms. The project is now installed. Now cd forms and then npm start. So this is our application. Now what we will do, first, let's go here and then open folder and then D drive. So react.js class, this one, forms, no, react.js class, this one, forms. Okay, now this is our src app.js and index.js. So what we will do, we will be using here bootstrap. So it's right here, bootstrap cdn, and then just copy this one. We will paste here. Okay, now let's close it, and then we can now use here. Now let's delete everything here. Here div close class name equals to container, and here div class name equals to row, and then here div class name call md12. Here we will write page 2, then react.js form, or simply registration form. Now after this, let's write again here div, then class row, class name row. In the meantime, you can see the output here. So we will write here text center. So this way it will come in the middle, and here inside row div class name call md6. Here I'll write first name, then input type equals to, not this, text name equals to first name, In here we need to close this input, and class name form control. Okay, let's do one thing. Now let's copy this and just paste below. Last name, then last name, email and password, and then submit button. So this will be last name. Here too we'll have to change the name. So last name, and then email here, email, type email, pass, and also name will be email, and here it will be password, input type, password, and here name equals to password, then here call 12, and then let's delete this and put here button, and then submit, type, submit. Okay, now let's check how the form looks like here. Okay, so this is our form, right? First name, last name, email and password. And one more thing, to minimize it I've just given a style width 500. Let's make it 600, so that this is the width. And for input button, text center, and then class name btn warning. Now this is our registration form. Let's write here css, index.css, app.css. Let's delete everything, and here a row, then margin top 30 px, margin. Okay, so now it should automatically be resized, right? Okay, now we will write here code for form action, and yes, we need to put here form also. So form, then on submit, uh, let's put in here, say handle submit, then here form close, and okay, this will be inside actually, not outside. Here inside the container. So when we will click, we will create this function here above. So let's create here const handle submit equals to this is arrow function, So event or e whatever, and here will be event dot default. That means what? That it will not be working the default submit, okay, or else normal HTML form will submit. So it is saying that normal HTML form submission should be prevented. All right, now here we will declare different state. So it is first name, so we write here const, then first name, set first name, then equals to react dot use state, and for that we need to call here use state, right? So first thing will be import react, and here use state, or directly we have written here use state, or else only use state. So whatever is comfortably you can write here. So initial value will be blank here, null. Let's just put something like this. So similarly we will create here first name, last name, email, password. So it will be last name here, last name, then set last name, then email, set email, and these values actually will be in the outside, because use state cannot be inside any function, but rather it should be in the top level. So here this will be the top, and here inside this we will write here console.log, then inside this let's use backtick. So here dollar first name, dollar first name, then we can write like this, first name, dollar first name, last name, email, and password. Last name, email, and password. Normally we don't show password, but since this one is for learning purpose, that's why we will check if the password is passing or not, if the value is passing or not, right? So these are the value here, and below here in the text field we need to write here on change equals to this function handle submit on change handle submit, then e dot not email, it will not be handle submit actually, it will be e, that means event here. So it will be set first name, inside this e dot target dot value. Okay, so this way we need to copy paste in all these fields, and we will change here this function. This last name function will be here. This email, set email will be here, and then on change set password. Okay, so finally, so how this will work, let me explain you. Let's see here. This is use state. I have already explained in detail how this use state works, right? In case if you have missed this video, so there is in the playlist of React.js. Please watch this video first in case you don't understand how this use state works. So anyway, use state normally have two parts here. The first part is value. Okay, this part is value and this one is function. Okay, so now if you match here with this one, say this first name. Okay, so for your visualization purpose I'm just pasting here, but this code will be not here. So how this works you will understand it. Okay, what happens on change, that means when we type something, then this function is called. Okay, e dot target dot value, that means each character. For example, I just type here Umar. I typed here Umar. Okay, so each character is combined here, and finally this text Umar is sent to this first name. Okay, here. So this way it works. Similarly, the last name will come here, and this first name, now we are getting here handle submit. That means when the form will be submitted, in that case this value will come here, and finally we can fetch the value. First the data will be stored here. So let me explain once again. When we type something, then say we have typed here Umar. Okay, the data is stored here in text field right here. After handle submit, that means after submit, when user will submit, then what will happen, this value will go to here. How? With the help of this function. Okay, when there is pairing here, so with the help of this function the value will come here, and finally that value we are fetching here. So this is how React.js form works for each field. Okay, let me now delete here. So did we cut or just copy it from there? It's Control Z. When before set password, email password. Yeah, that's it. So now let's check in the browser. So this is our form. Now let's Control Shift I. So Umar Rahman email and password 12345. Now let's check here in console. Click, and then you can see the data is passing here. First name Umar, last name Rahman, email this umar@gmail.com, and password 12345. So guys, as you can see, React.js form is really very simple to use. So that's it in this video. In the next video we will be working on React.js form ahead. Also, in another video, we will discuss about React.js form validation. So thanks for watching. Stay connected. Thanks for watching. Bye.